your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, Young. Throw left side complete. That's George. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On second down now, it's George. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Young under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a throw here to his running back. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 10 yards on the pickup. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Matlock sheds off the tackle, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Fox. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Room here to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Looking to throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short yardage, Young. Flushed out right. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young got his man complete over the middle. It's George. It'll be a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Fox. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On first down, George. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Young to throw it. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake. Fox. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Thomas. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, baby.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On second down, it's George, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. It's George. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Young. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go.
Well, a lot of times when you get imagined a third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Chambers. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a give, right side. George. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now here's Young. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Young will set to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's third and goal after the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal. Now brings up a decision on fourth down.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, it's Hawkins. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, Fox. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fox. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Second and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Looking to throw. Fox. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, it's George. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On 3rd down, it's Hawkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did. But
yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Thomas. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start out west in the City of Angels, with Arizona in town for an NFC West matchup. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. The Cardinals locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Dragons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now, what's the call here? So, tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So, a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. There's a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On first down, it's George. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Young now. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. To the air once more, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go!
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 3rd and 2, Fox eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fox. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. New England's offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's Young on first down. And incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down now, it's George. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit.
They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Operating from the gun, Fox. Throw left side complete. That's Hawkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, Fox. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Hawkins, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Looking to throw. Fox. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. George. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Young. He finds his man, complete. It's George. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and 10. Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Young. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Young to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Young. Trying to lay one up deep. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Fox. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. First down, Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
They had a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll run on first down. Matlock. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, it's George. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 38, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick six. Young. And that is incomplete here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Young. Flush to his right. He stiff arms him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Young on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Young. And it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Young on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harmon. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harmon. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Fox. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Hawkins. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for New England, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.